What's up, everybody? It's your boy Zach, the Celtics guy here. I'm back with another video reporting to you from my car on my way to work, and I figured that this would be a good time to discuss some issues going on in the news. So apparently Bill Cosby, Zip Zop Zoobita Bop, selling you jello pudding pops with stupefying drugs in them, Cosby, is out of prison now. So fucking creepy pervert Bill Cosby, hey, is out of prison now. He received a 3 to 10 year sentence for aggravated sexual assault back in 2018 because over issues of drugging women and having sex with them without their consent. Isn't that just lovely? So, while he technically did serve the minimum time in prison for what he did, they denied him parole originally. So that's what I don't understand. He received a minimum 3 years and a maximum of 10 years. I don't know how the sentencing structure works in other countries. Well, I mean, okay, to some extent I do. Some I know I get. Every country's different. But in the U.S., we give a minimum sentence and a maximum sentence. It's like a presumptive range sentence. And that's what Bill Cosby got. Bill Cosby got a minimum 3 years up to 10 years, for which if he serves the maximum of 10, he would have been released from prison at that point. But if you get released earlier than that, you can apply for parole for the duration of the sentence. And that's apparently what happened. But what did happen was his conviction got overturned. So it wasn't like Bill Cosby all of a sudden. It wasn't like all of a sudden fucking Bill Cosby all of a sudden just, oh, he got released on parole and whatever else. It wasn't like, oh, they released him early on parole or anything like that. No, it wasn't that. It was that they overturned his conviction as if he didn't do anything wrong. No, Bill Cosby did do something wrong. He did something very wrong. He's a fucking creep and a pervert and a sexual abuser. Okay? Let's cut to the chase. Bill Cosby, even 3 to 10 years, is too weak for sexually assaulting multiple women. Okay? So you're going to tell me that, oh, all those women are lying, right? Okay. Why would they be lying? What would those women gain from lying about Bill Cosby? What would they gain from it? Okay, I can understand maybe 2 or 3 women come out, but there's like 40 plus women coming out. 50 of women, or God knows however many, came out saying, oh, Bill Cosby did this to us. Oh, Bill Cosby did this. What would they gain from it? That's my question. What would they gain from an issue where they have nothing to gain from it? Where? Because of that they dated Bill Cosby or whatever. So what would they gain from it? They wouldn't. It's so obvious. Bill Cosby was guilty. He was convicted by a jury of his peers and he got a sentence. He should have been made to serve out the entirety of the sentence. He didn't get parole after he served his 3 years because he denied sex offender treatment, which in prison, I guess if you're like a convicted sex offender, you're convicted of like a sexual felony, you have to like get treatment as part of your parole. He denied that treatment, so therefore they're just like, all right, you know what, fuck it. You're not going to accept treatment, you obviously can't be rehabilitated, so we're just going to deny you parole and you need to serve the remainder of your sentence, or you don't get parole until another 2 years of your sentence or whatever. So that's not what happened with Bill Cosby. They fucking overturned his sentence. I'd like to know who, as I'm sitting at this red light, I'd like to know who, okay, now it's green now. Okay. So I'd like to know who the fuck overturned his sentence and who the fuck, where did they get their law degree from? So you're going to tell me that, oh, Bill Cosby had an unfair trial. Like, oh, okay. Yeah, 40 plus women saying that they were abused by Cosby. Yeah, they have so much to gain from it, right? Give me a fucking break. The whole thing is ridiculous. Keep the fucking bastard in prison. He obviously can't be rehabilitated. So no wonder he was always telling comedians like George Carlin and Joe Rogan and all these other no cussing, no cussing, well, you're doing stand-up, cussing don't sound right, the black community needs to get their shit together. Meanwhile, I'm selling jello pudding pops and poisoning your mother and daughter while I'm having sex with her. Okay, like, come on. It's so obvious that you're a hypocrite, and it's so obvious that you have all this control. Okay, Bill drug him and fuck him Cosby obviously had skeletons in his closet, fit literally, because he is so obviously guilty, people. Let's cut to the chase. Bill Cosby is guilty, and he should have been made to serve the remainder of his sentence, and he should have gotten at least 25 to life, if you ask me. If they kept Bill Cosby in prison the rest of his fucking life, I wouldn't lose a wink of sleep. I wouldn't shed a single tear, okay? I would not care. Because Bill Cosby, who we're dealing with here is a perverted person. What we're dealing with there is a sick person. What we're dealing with there is a bad person, okay? So, Bill Cosby needs to be in prison. He needs to be in prison for the duration of his life, or at least a good portion of his life, until they can prove that he's like in a wheelchair and he can't even fucking move. Okay, that's what they need to do with him. That's what they should have done with them. But no, overturning the conviction. No, that's an injustice to all the women. Okay, in theory versus real world. In theory, I'm glad that Bill Cosby got at least some jail time. I'm glad about that, number one. But number two, I was both glad, but then at the same time I'm not. Because, yeah, I'm glad he even went to prison in the first place. I'm glad he was even found guilty. That's number one. But then I come to find out, but the bad news is, he's getting out earlier, and it's not even like, the parole board let him out early. It's no, they overturned his fucking sentence, and that's wrong. I don't mean to repeat myself or talk in circles, but this is wrong. Bill Cosby is so totally guilty. Okay? This isn't a liberal versus conservative thing. Bill Cosby's guilty. I don't care what you say. Just like, I guarantee you fucking Dan Schneider is guilty. The creator of all of our favorite Nickelodeon shows. Finding out that he's into he has fucking foot fetishes for younger girls or whatever. Okay, it's so obvious that Dan Schneider is guilty. Because why would all these women come out? Why would all these people be coming out and saying all of these things? Why would they be coming out? What do they have to gain from it? What do any of these people have to gain? Or like Drake Bell getting convicted of shit. Or it's just I don't know what's wrong with this world. People are really losing their fucking goddamn minds, let me tell you. Now we're coming to find out that this is all from Hollywood. So you know what this is all doing? This is, and I'm not saying that they're right, because they're really not, because this is obviously just a conspiracy. But it's so obvious that they're just proving the alt-right's point, and like the Alex Jones people and the Michael Savages of the world in these fucking conspiracies that these people are right, Bill, yeah, Hollywood is full of a bunch of pedophiles and perverts and sex offenders and fucking, okay? So it's so obvious, that they're just proving all of these people's points. Okay? That's really what it all comes down to. So technically, they're not doing anything to help Hollywood's reputation. Hollywood's reputation is pretty much fucked at this point. So if Dan Schneider was on the sidelines and they convicted him or they arrested him for crimes against younger women or women without their consent or whatever, I'd be like, yeah, fuck. If I was sitting on that jury, hypothetically, I'd be like, yeah, this motherfucker's guilty. Dan Schneider is so totally guilty. It's prima facie evidence. It's evidence beyond a reasonable doubt. Okay? Bill Cosby's guilty and Dan Schneider's guilty. And all these people are fucking guilty. I know you need to have a trial, you need to have due process, of course. But let's be honest, all these people coming out, it's not a coincidence. They're not doing it for any, they got nothing to gain from it. Okay? It's obvious that they've got nothing to gain from it. So get real here, people. Get real. All right, well, anyway, I just wanted to take the time to make this. I'm almost to work now, but yeah, I'm disappointed that Bill Cosby's conviction got overturned. He should have been made to serve more prison, okay? And I don't feel bad for a split second, but regardless, Bill Cosby's fucked. Regardless, his reputation's pretty much fucked. Regardless of what happens to him, spend the rest of his life in fucking isolation. Good riddance. Fuck Bill Cosby, and fuck all these people, and fuck Dan Schneider too. Well, he made a lot of good shows and all that. Definitely a lot of my favorites, like Drake and Josh and the Amanda Show and all that. Yeah. Now, to hear all of this, I'll still watch the shows. I don't care, because the shows are the shows, and the shows have all this entertainment value. But no, the creator of them, no, fuck them. Just like the Cosby Show. Yeah, it may be funny and all that. Lil Bill turned into a fucking pervert. Would you look at that? When Little Bill was getting up and going to school every day, and they were all like, Little Bill, like Little Bill. Oh, turns out Little Bill is a fucking pervert. Little Bill is a future pervert. Little Bill is a future sexual assaulter. How fucking ironic, huh? How ironic. Well, there you have it, people. What can you say? The world's fucked, humanity's fucked. And it shows that if you have a lot of money, you can get away with things. And that's unfortunate, because that's not the way it should be. I don't care if you're rich, poor, I don't care how much money you got. If you commit a crime in a democracy or any place with the rule of law needs to be applied uniformly, but that's obviously not going to happen in this world. If you have a lot of money, it's not going to happen. It's unfortunate, but it's an injustice in a lot of ways, but in a way, I'm kind of glad Bill Cosby even went to prison in the first place. I can kind of moderately celebrate, but in another way, I'm like, no, fuck Bill Cosby. He should be in prison for a longer time. Anyway, thank you all for listening. Comment, subscribe, let me know what you think, and I'll be back with more videos. I'm about to pull into work now, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video, and I'll see you all again soon with more videos and a whole bunch of stuff in the works. Stay tuned to find out more and more videos on the way, and you know, other topics, and I'll see you all in the next video, and I'll see you all next time. Peace, have a nice day or night, and I'll be back with more soon. Bye for now, peace out, and have a good day. See you later.